House Republicans want to see our state eliminate the requirements around concealed pistols. Lawmakers announced the reintroduction of a 5-bill package that would eliminate the permit requirement in our state and to allow concealed carry laws. The lawmakers say if the bills pass, they would remove the costs and the red tape of getting a permit while also eliminating the safety classes that Michigan gun owners are required to take.
When we exercise other First Amendment rights, like our right to speak, we do not have to get a permit or permission from the government to speak. When we exercise our right to worship, we do not have to go get a permit or permission to go worship.
Similar bills have been introduced in previous years without gaining much traction.
Hey, how everybody doing today? It's Instructor Hudson with Open Arms ENT. Today I'm going to be discussing a bill that was proposed to the House in the state of Michigan about the Michigan concealed pistol license. The bill that is proposed is a bill to get rid of the CPL. What that means is, if the bill was to pass, Michigan would be a constitutional carry state or permitless state, allowing citizens who own registered firearms to carry concealed without a license. Meaning if you have registered firearms in your name, then you could conceal them, and it would eliminate the process of taking an 8-hour CPL class, filling out applications, going down to the county building, scheduling an appointment, going through the background check, waiting on the license to come in the mail to conceal your firearm. That will be eliminated. You'll be able to take your firearm, conceal it, whether it be on your person or inside the vehicle. This will make Michigan a constitutional carry state. Currently, there are 29 states that already have constitutional carry. Then there are 21 states that still require a concealed license or permit to carry that firearm concealed outside the home. For this bill to pass, it'll have to go through the House, the committee, the Senate, and then the governor. Our current administration is ran by Democrats. Typically, Democrats are the ones that try to keep the guns off the street. Typically, they are the ones that enforce these stricter gun laws and typically make it a little more harder for civilians to carry. So for this law to pass, it will be a shock to me, but anything's possible. I've been doing the CPL class for about 16 years. It seems like every 4 years, someone proposes this bill. As of now, it never passed, but anything's possible. I mean, one day we may be a permitless country. Again, there are 29 states that currently exercise their right to constitutional carry. And there are 21 states where you still have to have a concealed pistol license or permit to carry concealed. We have cities like Detroit that historically every quarter they're arresting over 300 people that are caught with CCW charges, meaning they're in possession of a firearm concealed without a CPL. So this would eliminate the CCW charges for those people who have a registered firearm. Mind you that everybody that catches CCW charge is not a registered CPL holder. A lot of these people have stolen firearms on them and they're stuffing them in their pants or they ride around with them in a car and then they get caught with them. And then that firearm gets taken off the street. I do understand for the citizens that own registered guns that don't have a CPL, and then if they get caught with their own firearm concealed, they also too will catch a CCW charge. Eliminating the CPL will get rid of the training and the education that everyone needs in order to properly know how to carry and handle that firearm. I train so many people on a daily basis that have no idea how to handle a firearm. People need to understand a firearm is a tool. So if you don't know how to handle that tool, you need proper training to carry it because that tool is a deadly tool. So the purpose of a firearm is meant to kill. So for me personally, I think that everyone needs training, education in order to carry that firearm. Also, I think citizens should be knowledgeable of the laws within their state on carrying a firearm as well as self-defense. Majority of the people that I train with firearms are beginners and know nothing about firearms. They don't even really know how to properly hold the gun. Most of them, when they pick up the gun, they got their finger on the trigger. They point it in every direction. So if this law was to pass, I truly believe and know that there will be a lot of more people out here mishandling firearms, and a small percentage of that accidental shootings will go up. Think of it like getting a driver's license. A car is a potential weapon. I would be scared to get in the car with somebody who didn't know how to drive it. If they just allow people to purchase a vehicle, jump in the driver's seat and hit the gas. I kind of look at guns the same way. If you purchase a firearm, I feel like you need to know how to handle that firearm. I think the training is necessary, but I do understand why some feel like, hey, if I have a registered gun, I should be able to do exactly what I want to do with it, whether I want to conceal it or open carry. Statistics show historically, I'm going to use, for example, a city like Detroit, there are over 300 arrests per quarter dealing with a CCW charge. That means that a person was caught carrying a firearm concealed without their CPL. Now, there are a lot of registered gun owners that don't have a CPL and get caught carrying their concealed firearm and catch a felony. I do feel bad for those people. For whatever reason, they chose not to get their CPL license. Some of them may not qualify for the CPL license, but still have a registered firearm. And then we have people that get caught with CCW charges that are carrying stolen guns. So a lot of times police are able to get a lot of firearms off the street that are stolen because they catch people and they're able to charge them with a CCW. Recent data shows that there are about over 800,000 CPL holders in the state of Michigan. About 1 in 12 adults 21 over currently have a Michigan concealed pistol license. It's around 1,600 Michigan CPL holders a year that are convicted of a crime that can get their CPL license suspended or revoked. If the bill was to pass, it still wouldn't allow you to carry in prohibited premises like schools, churches, hospitals, government facilities. It will be allowed on your person or inside the vehicle. The CPL license may still be in place for people to get as an option, because if you have a CPL currently, it's good for 39 states. So you'll still be able to travel in different states if you have your CPL. Also, if you have the CPL license, it still may quicken the process up of you buying a firearm. Because currently, if you don't have a CPL, you can't just go to a gun store and purchase a firearm. You have to first go get a purchase permit. And in order to get a purchase permit, they do conduct a background check on you. If you have any warrants for your arrest, any certain misdemeanors, or certain felonies, cases pending, they will not give you the purchase permit. Currently, the purchase permit will only allow you to open carry or keep the gun at home. But if the law was to pass, then if you had a firearm, you could conceal it without any training or any license. A lot of law enforcement officers use the CCW charge as a way to get guns off the street. Now, in that process, there are people that catch CCW charges that probably shouldn't catch it. But if you have a registered gun and there is something in place where you can carry concealed and you still choose not to take the class and get the license, and you still chose to take that firearm and carry concealed without the license, then you have to know that there are going to be consequences if you're caught. Also, this can mean that if someone is a felon but have firearms registered to them in their name, they potentially may be able to then carry that firearm concealed. Because there are people that catch felonies but may already own firearms. So if they were to catch a felony but previously owned firearms, then they can go home, dust off them pistols, possibly tuck it in them pants, and hit the streets. I mean, with everything, it's pros and cons. So I'm one that's for training, I'm for education, I'm for citizens learning the laws on firearms and self-defense before they carry. So if this was to pass, there will be a lot of more people out here uneducated carrying firearms. And I can only speak for my community, but that would not be good. I want my people to be educated and trained properly before they carry firearms. Because we already have too many kids finding guns in cars and killing themselves, finding guns under beds because parents don't know how to properly store the firearm. Most parents don't educate their kids on firearms because themselves aren't educated enough to teach it to their child. Also, if this law was to pass, don't think that you can just walk into a gun store and purchase a firearm. Because as an FFL dealer, we still have to run a NICS federal background check through the FBI. And if any felonies pop up, you will not be purchasing that firearm. You will get denied. So again, before anyone without a CPL could get their gun and tuck it in their pants, jump in the car and pull off, just hold your horses, because that law is not in effect. It's possible, but it's not in effect. And again, since I've been doing this for 16 years, every 4 years or so, that same bill is presented and it gets shot down. One day it may pass, but as of today, it's not. So you still need your CPL if you're going to carry concealed. So there you have it. Just real quick, brief summary of what's going on right now. Appreciate y'all for watching the video. Please leave a comment. Y'all have a great day. Peace.